Hi, I'm Ron Campise. I have the honor and privilege of working for the Los Angeles Police Department for 20 years with the Crime Scene Investigation Unit, known as CSI, and 13 years as a night supervisor. This is another story, true story, out of the Dying in La La Land series I'm presenting. This one's entitled, I Left My Heart on the Hollywood Freeway. You know, a lot of people come to Hollywood, a lot of young people hoping to become actors, hoping to become entertainers. Sometimes the dreams aren't coming true. I used to meet them all the time. I lived in an apartment house in Hollywood, and they would come to the house, live there, apartment, be so optimistic. Later, run out of money, they're sleeping in their car. And then later, they're sleeping in my garage locker. And I remember one person was sleeping in there. He actually put a sleeping bag and everything. And I told him, Fred, dream's over. Got to go back to Peoria. And he left. Well, this is a story of one young man. He was pacing up and down the Sunset overpass on the Hollywood Freeway. Pacing up and down, looking at traffic, looking down, as if he was trying to time something. And sure enough, he jumped. What happened as he was going down, the freeway signs on the Hollywood Freeway, they have razor wire on them. So when he jumped, his sweatshirt clipped the razor wire and he was hanging from it. What the witnesses were saying, he said, "Thank you, Lord, I'm alive. I didn't really mean to do this." Because he had regrets. And what you'll find, people who survive suicide, they have regrets about it. Well, he was there and he was hanging there for a couple minutes. And then finally his shirt began to tear. And it tore and it tore. And he dropped right onto that freeway. He was standing straight up. He just fell right on his feet and he was standing up. And he again said, "Oh, I'm alive. Thank you. Thank you. I get another chance." And then he turned around and there was a big semi-gravel truck coming right at him. And it hit him, couldn't stop, and it churned him right under the wheels. And it's the same as being in a blender. His arms popped off, his legs popped off. He was decapitated, and it squeezed the largest organ in your body, it squeezed the heart right out of his body, and it popped off. Bounced down the freeway and wound up in the bushes. Well, we got there, and actually I got there because of traffic in Hollywood. It was a little late. Got there was a CHP captain there, California Highway Patrol, CHP. And the first thing he told me, he called me Sid. They used to call us Sid back then. The short for Scientific Investigation Unit. And he said, "Sid, finally got here, huh? Took your time. Because I need this freeway cleared in 20 minutes. You will finish in 20 minutes. I need this freeway open. This is a major thoroughfare." And all I did my usual. I go, "Yes, sir. I'll do what I can." I looked on the freeway. They had officers walking down. They had shovels, like snow shovels. They were scraping the freeway. They were putting things into bags. They had a gurney there. The coroner's deputies, the coroner was there. They were putting the arms on the gurney. They put the torso on the gurney. They put the head. And then finally, I knew the coroner, and she goes, "For some reason, we can't find the heart." And they were looking around, and they were kind of panicked because they felt a little pressure, too, clear up this freeway scene. They could not find it. And finally, when I was walking up and out of there, they gave up. And I was walking out of there, and right on the on-ramp to the Hollywood Freeway, I looked in the bushes, and there was the heart. And I told the coroner, I go, "You got your heart right over here. Come and get it." And she knew me. She goes, "Hey, thanks, Ron. Thanks for finding it. See you at the next one." Left the scene, and High Patrol, they had a very, very bored patrol officer guarding the on-ramp, because I came down the opposite way, and the on-ramp was parked on the freeway. Backed the car up, got out of there. When I got home that night, sometimes I had these really fitful, bizarre dreams, and I had one that night. And it was about that scene. And I was on the bridge, and there was a group of homeless guys. And they looked at me, and I imagined in this dream, the guy who killed himself was in this group of homeless guys. They started to sing to the tune of, "I left my heart in San Francisco. I left my heart on the Hollywood Freeway, near the Sunset exit, close to Hollywood and Vine." And then they went on, "I left my dreams on the Hollywood Freeway in the fastbound lane." And they were run over by a big-ass truck. And then they went on, they were saying, "Little Waymo cars drive down Sunset Boulevard, seeking out the stars."